Hello, friends. Over the last several weeks, I have written you so many emails, and you are probably as tired of reading them as I writing them. And so I thought today, my final communication before Pesach, I would change the medium. One in which I'm not so comfortable with, but here goes nothing. I want to share with you briefly a little bit about our journey to date, as well as where we are going from here. But first, a little perspective. Our tefillot and our prayers are with all those families who have lost somebody because of the COVID virus. And our tefillot reach out to those individuals who are on the front lines today, jeopardizing their health for the betterment of us all. May Hashem keep you safe and guard you until we can overcome this terrible virus. But as a school, I could not be more proud. Our faculty pivoted, our parents supported, and our students embraced as we made this change. We moved ourselves into a place of caring for one another, for connecting, for truly being the Kehillah Kedosha that I often speak and write about. We pivoted into remote learning at breathtaking speed, and the results have been tremendous. And I know that it does not work for every single child, and we are continuing to grow our remote learning and to adjust and to tweak to get better and better as the days go on. I also know that for so many of us, not returning to our school building is sad. And while remote learning will continue, we have to keep in mind that all of our decisions need to be about the long term and for the safety of everybody in our community. But I do know one thing. I do know that our school will be open in the fall. And I know that hundreds of children are going to come through our doors with Israeli music, balloons, and tremendous fanfare. Extra long hugs, extra big smiles. We, AJA, will be back, and be back as strong as we were when we left. And we're planning. We're planning for that day. I have one foot in the crisis and one foot thinking about the future. We may look a little bit different. We may have to make some adjustments, but we will be back. And we're back probably even stronger than before. So I want to leave you with where we're going and a word about Pesach. This year we're going to say the Ma Nishtana. How is this night different from all other nights? And truth be told, that question seems trite, silly even. How is this night different from all other nights? My family is not here. Our special friends are not here. We can't celebrate this whole Yom Tov the way we've celebrated before. What do you mean, Ma Nishtana? It's just different. And having a world that's shelter in place is awkward. How does a Jew have a Chag that doesn't welcome people into their homes? How do we do that? Well, friends, I think it's also important to name that we have an opportunity an opportunity to be with our families, an opportunity for a break. You as parents know more than anybody else how difficult the last several weeks have been. Working at home, working while trying to be a teacher on the side, homeschooling. It's a lot. It's also a lot for our teachers. Our teachers and our faculty have had a very difficult time. But now it's time for the break. And while our teachers and faculty much need a break, we are still here for you. Whether it be social emotionally or just to talk, I'm here for you. And I know that Dr. Pam Mason and Sylvia Miller are also here for you if you need. The final thought is as follows. Part of the value that we share as Jews is the notion that we are able to find the wisdom of the Torah and find a way for it to be applicable to us each and every day. And every year we come across the words in Haggadah, V'hisha'am l'avotenu v'lanu, shlo echad bilvad, amad aleinu l'chalotenu, ela sheb'chol dor v'dor omdim aleinu l'chalotenu, v'akadosh baruch hu matzilenu miyadam. This short passage has been giving Jews for millennia a spirit of hope, a spirit that we will endure. But typically, this is referring to our enemies that are trying to kill us. And I assert for your consideration that today we can sing that song about a different enemy. An enemy that we cannot see. An enemy that we cannot touch. But an enemy, nevertheless, that is as deathly as the enemies of the past. We have the ability to celebrate our freedom today. We have the ability and the charge. B'chol dor v'dor chayav adam lir'ot et atzmo ki'ilu hu yatsa mitzrayim. We have an obligation to make each and every Pesach as a Pesach feeling like we were actually liberated from Egypt. And oftentimes that's hard. Sitting in our living rooms in our comfy chairs with 21st century accoutrements to make that charge. But perhaps this year we have a unique opportunity and perhaps obligation to truly understand that we are liberated, to truly understand what it may be to feel captive, to maybe feel what it feels like to not be able to do what you want when you want. And though that is true for the moment, we know that will end. And that will be our Yetziat Mitzrayim of sorts. So in closing, I want to wish all of you a Chag Kasher v'Sameach, a Pesach with your families, a Pesach of peace, a Pesach of sharing Yetziat Mitzrayim in a way that we have never ever celebrated before, and perhaps, and thankfully, and please God, in a way that we're never going to have to celebrate it again. I hope all is well in our world. I hope not to have to communicate with you over Pesach. But if things change, you know I'll keep in touch. Thank you. Chag Kasher v'Sameach. I miss you all and can't wait to see you soon. Take care.
אתם כבר צריכים להכיר את זה. לה 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 לה